fish. Oh, wow, quick. Morning, Jeff. Cassie, good morning. Hope all is well. I'm coming. Gonna do a quick feeding. It's Sunday. Almost done. A lot less feeding. A lot less fish. coming. Alright, holy cow, look at a bunch of fish heads here. Dale, good morning. Muhammad, good morning. George, good morning. Nice champ, huh? You seen that? They have a mouthful. Hopefully she holds them. I'll be over there a little bit to feed. So 2 days she's holding so far. Those are going to be on the rare side, I think, in the future. Overfishing for big fish, being eaten, taken, whatever. And nobody's hardly shipping in wild anymore. Everybody's getting out. Old timers, the main people. So, unfortunately, change with the times in the fish world hobby and everything. But anyway, Dale, where do we bring them? I brought over some black Moscow guppies. Well, there is some females in there. There's males and females. Not a lot. Here, let's look. Look around and I'll chit chat. So, Dale, I have some guppies for you. There's only like 5 black tetras left, 6. I'm gonna take those to the state building. I'm gonna empty more tanks. That one's gonna come down. That tank could get empty. So it's been a slow process of trying to get this store closed. Everything's sold. Pain in the ass. I gotta get this. This is gonna be fun. Getting told moving big tanks, but I gotta. It's a mess over there trying to get the other SF 2.0 organized and set up, but the base is ready for that. But I have boxes and product on it, so that's ready to go. Gotta get that set up. These black belt dollars, somebody buys them all, I'll give you a better deal. I'll go to 20, which is a steal. Pretty much losing money on those things. Balsa eyes, mediums, I love those fish. That's what's left of the rainbows. This big ass 375 needs a home with a wet dry filter, top and light. 2,500 bucks for. If you need a center blocks, fine. If not, I need them myself. So at home, eventually do my pond. One beautiful black, solid black angel left. We still have some shrimp. The shrimp are on sale, $5 each. There's little fires, blue stars. There's a bunch. Or actually, the duckweed's taking over. We have some black cocos. We're fighting over the food. I'm afraid to move like the snails. Those things keep breeding in there, and I'm afraid to move them. They won't breed again. That happens. Still have a handful of koi left. We got the bigger ones. Those are trade-ins. I might need that. So I got word my big custom tank is ready. But my last big custom job. The 350 gallon tank. These get so nice. I have some big ones in my headboard tank. That one's getting big. The fins, it's a nice fish. The long fin. Bale Serpes, which are on sale. Neon's not many left. One titanium flower horn left. The gold wet clouds. Phenocylus. Some Techniquins, group of breeding group of Simless. Burundis. I have more Burundis I could bring in. I just doing it. So peacocks are like 2 for $5. $3 only for the orangeback raffas. This is an old Pertosa, $10. He's blind in one eye. He's rough. If somebody doesn't take him, he's gonna be euthanized. The Masma Pertosas, sold some the other day. Still has some clown loaches. And a couple oddball Mabunas. Female electric blue Ovatus 2s, electric blue 2s, Azuris. Need homes, or they're gonna end up being arowana food. So these are nice. I'm surprised no one snagged these guys up. You don't see them much anymore. Tricephalus. They are on the aggressive side. I'm afraid to move these guys. They keep breeding. These ornatus. Maybe I just take the whole 10-gallon tank. So we're gonna move those over. We're gonna empty that tank. So I got lots of empty tanks ready to go. 35-gallon cubes, 55s, and some 30 breeders. Gotta get rid of these tanks. And I gotta bust all these racks down. So there's still some peacocks left, small ones. Lawandas, OBs, Nagara, Lemon Jake, and Dragon Bloods. There's some red rubescents. OBs, Venistus. This group of Ventralis starts with an L. I'm debating. I'll probably sell a trio of them, keep a trio. We got some Deepwater Electras. There's a Nagara Peacock left, which needs to be moved. He's getting picked on. The big male Insignis from the 375. Some really nice Rotosas. Big ones. We've sold a few. Some medium ones down there from the 450. They're fighting over the wafer. Some Mambonas left. One electric blue Texas left. Rostratus. Almost 2-inch on some of those, what's left. Convict left. Some rosy barbs. Look at the size of that bushy nose. Dang. Bala sharks, I'm going to keep a couple of the last. 3 big Heckleis. A deal, all 3 of them for $100. The regular $60 each. So it's a steal. A Zaire Pertosa down there. Some rare Bartonis. That's a Central American cichlid. Oh, here's the, well, where are they at? Oh, they're hiding. The Bifasciatus. Bifasciatus. I brought these in specifically for somebody. Uh-oh. Oh, Jeff, sorry to hear. Let me switch this around. It's easier to read this. Yeah, there's I've been predicting this for basically a year. The industry will drastically change. You know, COVID was like escalated things, and economy, whatever, and suppliers. How long open, Jeff? Matt, it's not the same. You know, I mean, we'll go through it. Let's switch it back around the camera. Oh, he's closing, George. Talking about his the properties for sale. I probably shouldn't say that. I don't know. He's been just like me, and I know somebody else in the industry. Tried selling the business, and no luck. And people don't have money. They don't have credit to get a loan. You know, a lot of people love they own something fishy, but I'm not giving it away. It's 34 years in the making. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get to where I've gotten at this point, and trials and errors, ups and downs, and good and bad. So I was just talking to him the other day. He's been in for like 50 plus years. He's done. He's like me. He's tired, and the online thing. He's like old school, more than me. And don't want to deal with it. Don't deal with people and all the headaches and stress. It's he wants to see his grandkids, which I don't blame him. Just kind of live the rest of your life. He's in his 70s, so that's where African cichlids are going to become history, just like Central Americans about becoming history. Africans will become semi-history. Not totally. I mean, some stuff is so easy to breed. Put in a bucket of water and it reproduces, like convicts, whatever. But so major changes. He was one of the probably the number one importer of Tanganyika and Malawian, especially Tanganyika stuff. So yeah, there's eventually it's gonna be a sell-off like my friend Dan did with Central Americans. The property's worth more and probably easier to sell than it is trying to sell a business. And people want you to finance, meaning sell, like owner financing. That's suicide. I mean, he needs like $500,000. I mean, you're talking just a shitload of livestock, a lot of ponds, a lot of water. I don't know if he has got like 12 employees or something. So I don't know. Same here. I would not finance. I've known too many in this business and other businesses owner finance, and then they don't make the payments, and then you have to repo it, take them to court, whatever, try to, whatever, and come in, and all your shit's gone. Everything's gone, sold, whatever, or trashed, and then you have nothing. You lost your life, your retirement, your whatever. So, not playing that game. That's why I'm closing down here and going small scale. So, for a little while, then I'm totally going to be out in the near future. Up to 2 years, maybe. Unless I win the lottery or something. But, yeah, major changes. It's, sorry, Matt. Well, I'll have a little shop with the hatcheries for a little while. I mean, it's easier. It's a stressful business, no matter what. But I mean, if you're making money hand over fist, you tolerate things a little bit easier. But it seems like you're harder. Like I was telling somebody, the overhead costs, utilities, insurance, the taxes, the property tax went up here. It's like it just keeps compounding. It seems like it's more. It's like the business is not keeping up with the cost of doing business and the bull crap. Deal with it. So just like people are complaining about minimum wage, not getting into politics, but like wanting more money because it costs more. Hey, Eddie, you keep jacking up wages or wanting $15, $30, $50 an hour. Well, you know what? Everything's gonna cost more. That's the fallback. That's not the fallback. That's the evil behind keep begging and demanding higher wages and more this and that. Well, the big corporations got to appease the CEOs, which are stupid rich, the board of directors, Wall Street. Well, fine, we'll raise the wages, and they like it. Behind closed doors, they say, well, I'll get rid of people like me. World dominance. So you keep messing with that shit, keep asking and begging and pushing and all that stuff. The repercussions from it is what you see now. Rents are higher, insurance, everything goes crazy. So let me go. I'm sorry, I'm falling a little behind. Wow, mum's the word. They were only in business 6 years. Yeah, I told a young guy that would have been, I don't know if he follows me on here, once in a while comes in, he does maintenance, he's in his 30s, pretty cool. He actually bought a bunch of stuff. Came back like the next day. He was interested, but obviously he don't have the money, 185,000 $185,000 to buy the business with the inventory, fixtures, and everything, signs, the name. So then he's brought up owner financing. No way. He would have probably been a good candidate. He's been doing it for a little while, and he talked about dream of owning his own fish store. That's a lot of people. I didn't want a fish store. Anybody knows from my past talks, I didn't want to be in retail originally. I just want to do maintenance and breed fish. I started working at Petland in 1985, I'm pretty sure. I was like 15 years old. I wasn't 16 yet. And long time ago, and I seen just a couple years I worked there, and then I worked for a local big, now it's just a warehouse, RMS, but it was greenhouse. I helped open the East Side store, whatever, and I seen all the crap with employees and problems and the drawer wrong and stealing, whatever, and people, whatever, and I'm like, I don't want nothing part of that. But in order to survive doing maintenance, I needed to buy stuff wholesale and sell it and make a profit, because just doing the maintenance, I was only like charging $30 at a Browns player or whatever. You're hungry, you're young, living at home. I got rid of my Camaro and my crotch rocket, whatever, and got a used Airstar van, junk. And 22 years old, started the maintenance business, and I didn't make more money, so I was forced to kind of open up a store. So I had a full-line pet store for 2 years. That cost me a good chunk of money, about $25,000. So I had to pay that loan for a long time, sometimes just the interest. So I put my time in, and aches and pains, and learned a lot. But I paid my bills, paid my parents back, and paid the loan and stuff like that, and just built up the maintenance business, and then got back into retail, kind of. Online is the future? No. Well, it's not the future. It's already here. But it's going to be detrimental also. It's good and evil. I've said the internet is night and day, yin and yang. The quality and getting good service. I know ones in the internet that sell. No. There's hardly. It's one down the street, open up, down for me. Yeah, get it. Good morning. The tariffs is a problem. That's when I have a problem right now with what's going on. I want my damn building sold, and I have no lookers right now. Before Memorial Weekend, there was some good traffic coming by looking, some brokers, people looking, Chinese restaurant, doing different businesses. There was a couple that I thought was good candidates possibly, and I don't know. I had one young guy a couple weeks ago look, and he was just more of a talker than anything. But I think because the stock market's doing great, but the economy, the tariffs, interest rates are right now put people on a reserve mode. Just not, they're backing off from doing anything major, so a house or commercial property, interest rates are usually more. So, $300,000 like building, if the interest rate goes down 1%, that adds up to be a lot of money over 15, 20-year loan, even like 2%, whatever. So I think people are holding off doing major purchases. The housing is strong, but it's actually down. I follow some podcasts, YouTube, real estate people, stuff like that, because I'm always interested in real estate. And so yeah, the tariffs is right now has made things uncomfortable. No, I don't. I've only been to McDonald's once in almost 2 years, I think. But back to the internet business, it sucks. And I know some that's jumped into the circus, they don't like it. And a lot of people smaller I mean, there's a handful obviously surviving, doing it, been doing it, but most people don't last with the internet business. The hobby will go underground to hobbyists in their basements with YouTube channels and be mostly online. Yes, increased cost of operation and drop in sales was the cost for my local goods store. Yeah, the increase, that's exactly it. Like, my insurance almost doubled, my taxes went up, my utilities over $2,000 a month, whatever. And it's like, and business hasn't kept up with increased costs, inflation, and that's goes back to, doubling minimum wage, tripling minimum wage in some areas. I mean, look, all the pizza shops closed or whatever in California, Washington, like some of these places, and they try pushing that shit here. It's like, well, the apartments there's no longer $500 apartments. Now it's $1,000 for a one-bedroom apartment. So it's the effect, the domino effect. It increases cost above and beyond. So if it costs the landlord, his insurance doubled, well, he's going to double his rent. His taxes went up, so he's going to increase his rent 30%. I've been doing that shit kind of for years, like when they raised the price of fish food, like 50 cents a can. I raised it up 50 cents. I'm not making any more damn money. I'm just trying to maintain something, maintain a profit. Gotta have a profit or there's no business. So a lot of times when it raised up $1, I raised it $1 just to cover the increase and just still make the same amount of money. And then it catches up. Like last year we were down, business was down. We're down this year, definitely, because I'm not open like I used to be. I'm only open like 16 hours a week. So, and then not having inventory to hardly sell. But my labor costs, some of my costs, the utilities are kind of gone down because the store's not open all the time. It's closed 3 days a week. And it's only, so there's some decrease in costs. I haven't bought inventory hardly, other than night crawlers and extreme food. In the last 3.5, almost 4 months. I wasn't going to advertise this, but I did end up buying shipping and fish. I got in Thursday morning. That's where I got those bifasciatus. A customer is wanting those, and I don't even know where he's at. I didn't get his number. I don't remember his name. He's a kind of a regular, Central Americans. He has a female, and he needs a male. But they didn't have no big ones, so he had some small ones, which ended up really nice, 2-inch. They came originally breeders from my friend Dan, which is some of the, if not the best Central Americans in the world. Somebody already bought 4, and another one, we only have 5 left, I think. So, 12. So that guy better get in here and get them, or you might as well say forget it. You got to keep up coming here, checking the YouTube channel. Well, yeah, that's, it's, you get all my fish online. If I increase in cost, coming to consumers soon. Yeah, if it doesn't change, Matt, we got to, trying to go back. I want to buy another house. Good idea. Mexicali, I'm sorry, I'm getting behind. Oh, hi, Mexicali, Jeff. Good morning, everyone. Tonio, good morning. I got a lot of people on today. I'm sorry. I'm getting my finger in the way, my bugger finger. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've noticed the saltwater game is going strong. I've been noticing many people switching from freshwater to saltwater. I don't know that. I haven't paid attention. And that would be surprising to me, Muhammad, because saltwater's been struggling the last few years. And that would be surprising even more because people don't have fluid cash flow money because rents are more, utilities are more, insurance is more. basic living expenses, groceries, the last few years, gas, everything's cost more, and saltwater always costs more. So I'd be surprised saltwater will be gaining any traction. It's been on the downside the last few years. Freshwater has kind of increased, or it's been stable. Dogs number one, cats, and then fish, then the other stuff, birds, reptiles, small animals, stuff like that. Saltwater's been on the down low. Depends on what you're buying on. There are good hobbyist breeders and crap hobbyist breeders. Import flippers trying to get rich. Yep, exactly, Jeff. But I know people that's gone into it, well established, and they can't stand it. It's just a pain in the butt. And then your costs increase. You start shipping out 50, 100 boxes a day. Well, you need a lot of help. So next thing you know, you went from like a couple employees, 5 employees, 10 employees, 30 employees. Well, guess what? Your labor alone's $30,000 a month or something crazy. So, and then this is what happens. What sucks is summer slows down, something happens with the economy, people scale back, people don't order, whatever. Well, just like here, they got all this overhead. The first one thing's going to get cut is labor, which is one of the most expensive parts of business. So, I mean, Pitt only has 3 independent stores, and only one of them is worth visiting. The other 2 are depressing to go to as a hobbyist. Yeah, I just seen someone post something about the that fish place. Oh, I guess what's his name, Joey DIY Joe, which I'm not a fan of. I don't watch his stuff, but it was like a blip, and people are talking about how bad it is. I went there 20 years ago. I mean, it was cool. It's big. But they didn't have nothing that I couldn't get. I went there with like $300 in my pocket looking for something kind of rare, and I'd buy from them that, I went to see. Well, you're in California, so location makes a difference also. Florida, California, saltwater is much easier, probably less expensive to get. Yeah, that's a lot of people. PetSmart, Petco's is their only store. Just like when I was in Australia, and I visited like 3 different shops. The saltwater, best saltwater I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot. I used to go collecting my own saltwater stock in the Keys. Used to get a fishing license a week, and I used to have I was just telling somebody, I used to have like 9, 10 tanks set up in my hotel room. My van had power inverters and tubs and buckets and containers, and I'd collect fish and shrimp and crabs and stuff for a week and bring all that stuff back, drive all the way back 24 hours, whatever. But the saltwater is off the hook in Australia, and of course they're surrounded by saltwater. And they're right there with Indo and all the other countries. They're just, saltwater was the best I've ever seen was in Australia. Freshwater was super expensive. That'd be awesome to do. What's that? Go to Australia? Very expensive. I remember a bucket of Spectrum was like $90, $100 for one of those little buckets. A tub of food. It's like that was in 07. It was $100 for a tub of food. A pair of Brevis shell dwellers was $100, and I'd sell them for like 20 at that time, $25 maybe for a pair. So they're 4 times the price. Gas, they go by liters, but it was like $3, $4 a gallon in 07 average. Australia is not cheap. I had a Sunday in Cindy. It cost me $25 for a Sunday. Oh yeah, collecting. Yeah, it was fun. Back in the early days. My younger days, no family, no nothing, whatever, just free. Um, but I need a drink. So we're closed today. For you locals, semi-locals. What time is it? Oh man, I'm eating some time, more than usual, more than I planned. Um, I have a wedding to go to today, this afternoon, so I can't be here and there. And yeah, in Florida, you can get like a 3-day permit, a 1-week permit. I mean, there was restrictions like what you can catch, collect, or whatever. I was getting little baby French like angels and I don't know, blennies, hermit crabs. I caught a baby barracuda, which was I brought back. He was awesome. So he jumped out of the tank, knocked the top off, was on the floor. Yeah, it was cool having a barracuda in an aquarium. I had him in like a 20 long. He's only about 6 inches, a little baby barracuda. First I thought it was one of those trumpet fish or something. And then I get it, and I'm like getting the tank. I'm like, holy shit, that's a barracuda. It was badass. He was doing great for a month, 2 months. Just eat guppies, like bam, 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 like Mach speed, man. It was nuts. Then I come home one day, this is when I had my first house, fish room, and he was dried up on the floor. Cool song for an odd fish. Good morning, Vaughn. A bunch of people awake this morning. Yeah, kind of looking forward to this wedding. It's my cousin's like in his 60s, getting married again. Got a long history, a lot of things, ups and downs. But I haven't seen his son Justin. He's from L.A. Lives in L.A. and wife, 2 kids. I don't think I've ever met I haven't seen Justin since his grandfather, my uncle, passed away 25 years ago, maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen him so long. I think I met his older son now his young son. So it'd be good to see some family I haven't seen in a long time. Marriage is a trap. Yep. I will do some collecting and fishing in Florida at some point in the future. Do that. I want to do that. I want to go to Florida. I've been wanting for years to go fishing like in Everglades. I've been down to Florida many times. I just can't. I never just put the time in. And I love to go fish like the Everglades for like peacock bass, even now snakeheads, whatever. I love to just go. I actually want to go visit my friend Rick. I know some other people that's the businesses, the farming business. Here's another problem. You're online sellers. A lot of them rely on these exact ones that's been doing over 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. And they're going to lose suppliers. And there's a big change I'm predicting on one of the biggest, if not, yeah, the biggest outfit. Some major changes coming in the pipeline. So there's huge shit's hitting the fan. It's brewing. I just know it. The industry is not what it used to be. It's changing. Yeah, unfortunately, internet's a pain in the ass, and people. Here's the problem. This is my comeback. And I tell people, I even told like the young guy who was interested in the store, I thought I'd been a good candidate. I told him if you want to own a store, this is your best bet, is buying my store. It's already set and go. There's not a whole lot you have to do. I mean, you can do improvements, clean it more, stock different stuff more, whatever. But it's plug and go. It's already done. You got the help. You got everything you need, and you can still make money. And you can make more money because if you open up 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, you're going to make even more money. So, losing damn train of thought, getting old. Back to the internet thing. The problem with internet, the cost of shipping, especially livestock, it's not going to get cheaper. It's only going to get more expensive. And I've been hearing with the Asian imports, because the tariffs, whatever, I just seen someone posting last week about Brazil getting hit with the tariff, like 50%. I already seen one. And the problem is, a lot of these suppliers, importers, whatever, are already jacking up the prices, and the tariffs never even took effect yet. So they're taking advantage of it. They're using it as a reason to jack up their prices, even though they're not getting hit with the tariff yet. Not till end of August. So now, I'm like, see, gold nugget plecos are double the price. I entertained. I'm like, oh, the supplier got some Brazilian plecos in, and had gold nuggets. Wow. Then I looked at the price. I'm like, holy f! I'm not buying that. The gold nuggets will be $100 a piece. They used to be $50, $60. Laura was in your state. I'd buy the store because you're right. You did all the hard work. Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm like. This is your best bet. Opening up a new store from ground up and buying everything brand new, which is all double, triple the price now. Glass and everything, and electrical fixture, whatever, HVACs and everything else is more money. After COVID, whatever, it'd be insane. It'd be a high risk. This is a less risk. Yep, it's I'm kind of grumpy, and it's like I was talking to my friend Rick, farmer, whatever. We talk the same. I love the guy. I love him and his wife. I want to go see him. I just don't want to fly. I do not like the airlines whatsoever. They help ruin this industry, by the way. The airlines suck. They don't care. All they want is money, money, fees and all this bullshit. Charge an arm and a leg, and they don't care about what they're shipping or the product that's in the box, which is livestock, which is very, needs TLC, tender loving care, and instead of throwing around and kicked and, played soccer with frickin' forklifts. I know that for a fact. And, so, my thing needs a milk. Yeah, I don't like the airlines. I don't want to fly. I didn't fly last year. Maybe next year I'll go down. And I want to see some of my fellow fish friends before they're maybe gone out of the business, and just see it one more time, say goodbye, whatever, and we'll see. That might be a vacation. Note, second week of August, we might be open, limited. I'm going to be on a family vacation, a little vacation, much needed, but I'm going to still be stressed because I worry about what's going on here and home and all that stuff. Howie's going with us, so that's a good thing. Have to pay extra in this Airbnb cabin thing, so I don't care. Right, Howie? He's passed out. He's worked too hard already. Eating and peeing and pooping. Then he bites me a little bit. Okay, that's playtime. Now let's go back to sleep. So, yep. So a lot of changes. And if I had a second wind and I was 10 years younger, I don't know. Heck, I would get back into breeding a lot more, because I know the future of stock is going to be. It's difficult. I know, it depends what you ate the day before. But I'm like, man, it's a good time to get back into heavy breeding, because a lot of stuff is going to disappear. So, yeah, it's kind of sad, but I'm tired. I'm looking forward to semi-retirement. But back to the fish. I'm not bringing new shipments here. I did bring just those bifasciatus. Some stuff didn't come in, which some stuff I really wanted. So there was some. I've had people. I still need to make some money because I still have damn bills, unfortunately. Didn't I write it down? I didn't get them anyway. Vinyl bushy nose. So this is what I'm thinking about doing. What should Jeff breed? Right now, community fish are still hot because it's a lot less expensive to have some tetras and neons and platies, whatever. That's the bread and butter stuff has been hot sales. Cichlids have come back some. They were pretty down for a while there. Availability of big tanks, the cost of big tanks is turn people off. Plecos, bushy nose, everybody breeds bushy nose. You have to get a new strain, some new hot strain, but like the 519s, the 183 Starry Nights would be good. For a hobbyist, you can make some bucks and move some of those fish. If you're trying to supply a store, it depends on the region. Like, certain areas sell more of whatever than other areas. Some other areas, cichlids are hot. Some other areas, cichlids are not. So you try to breed shrimp or whatever that's in your area. If you have a local mom and pop shop or something, the big chains won't buy from you. You see what they want, but you need to be consistent. And that's a problem. A lot of people always want to sell to me, but half the time they don't have it or they get rid of it. Some people's had some really good breeding stock. I had one guy was breeding electric blue Caras, always. He was breeding them like crazy. They just got bored with them, and he doesn't have a bunch of tanks, so he wanted to do something different, so he got rid of them. So that was a good supplier of just electric blue Caras for a long time. So you get people like that, they're inconsistent or something happens. They have 5. Well, 5 is not enough on a lot of things. Yes, prices will vary depending on the region, the area. We're a lower end area, less expensive area. We're not Cleveland's not a higher income area, and it depends on location. Like if you're in Miami, and that's a main port for imports for South American African, well, the stores, you should be more competitive because they're not paying, I have to pay freight to get it here. So when I import from Asia countries, which I haven't done in a while, and I know the prices are stupid, I have to go through New York, customs, transshipper, things got to get checked because there's no port of entry in Cleveland. If there was, I would have kept my federal import-export permit. It would have made my life much easier buying direct and cut a lot of my cost out. Because now I have to pay for it to get shipped from there, or Miami or California. So there's added expense and risk of losses, having problems with fish. Yeah, you're not doing neon tetras. You gotta do some of the oddballs, super red bushy nose plecos, something that's fairly easy, doesn't need a ton of tank space. The shrimp is still on the hot side. Certain plants, Cory cats are always a good seller. You get those going. I mean, some shop only needs 50. If you can just produce 50 a month, well, there's $100 in that one fish. I used to wholesale. Anybody could breed bristlenose if they just put a little effort in it, give them the right cave, size cave, whatever, water conditions, and you can breed them like rabbits. And look for the new strains, long fins, whatever. Give a variety. I mean, bushy nose and plecos alone, you could probably make $1,000 a month on if you have a variety and have a store and they're moving them. Certain Corys breed like crazy. Pandas are good. Sterbyes are good. Those are always popular sellers for here. The pepper Corys. You could try some other ones that have gotten a little more pricey. Juliais. There's some others, stuff like that. So you gotta find a niche. If it's Africans, if they only have certain Africans, breed like electric yellows should be a staple. in any pet store. Let you get a little bit of chromas. Not the freaking mixed shit. Hillstream loaches, good luck. I don't know anybody personally that's ever bred them. You know, and then you're competing with Asia. Although that shit's probably more expensive. I haven't shipped anything from Asia in like 4 months. And with the tariffs and stuff, I know shit was emailed, prices going up, this and that. So you gotta find a niche. But yellow labs are not hard to breed. A mouth brooder and a good strain. That's the number one probably Malawi seller. It should be. Not the freaking shit in the box stores with Kenya and Aratus and Johannis. Those are all a-hole fish. Stay away from them. They're hard to breed. What? Hillstream loaches? I don't know. I think they've been bred in captivity. I don't know if Asia breeds them or they're all wild. That's an interesting question. So Asia's going to be a dominant market. Like, I still plan on shipping Asian stuff because clown loaches, you're not breeding clown loaches in your basement. They harvest those in seasonal, but although prices, I have a bunch of clown loaches, but they were pricey. Oh, someone bred them locally? Cool. I mean, I get those in, they sell. They're pricey fish. Really cool fish. Pandagara is another neat one. I think you can breed maybe. Yeah, and that's how you counter the shipping. If you could supply a couple shops, you know, even online seller, if you just want to be a basement breeder for fun and pay for itself. I mean, that's how I started. You know, first it was just to pay for my own shit. Oh yeah, big one. It's a 12-inch clown loach is 20 years old. So you just gotta find that right mix. But yellow labs, ACI is a good one. Rusty's a good one. As far as Mabuna, peacocks get complicated because you can't mix the babies. They all look alike. You know, I'd say a Sunshine and Nagara is probably too popular, the rubescent reds. But you need tank space. That's a problem. You're going to need a lot more tanks. The more you breed, the more WORK it turns into JOB. So, Tanganyikans, Daffodil Bouchardis, Juliachromis malaris, Multifasciatus. Those are probably the more popular and staple of Tanganyikan cichlids in a retail sellers market, whatever. They're pretty hardy, and your customers will breed them and bring them back a lot of times. So they get bored with them or they kill them somehow. You're an accidental breeder. Oscar's another good one to breed, but that's work. Piranhas, if you're legally able to have them, red belly piranhas can produce a lot and you can sell a lot, but it's work and they're messy. You got to call a lot of them because they're eating their eyeballs out and fins, and you have good ones, bad ones, and stuff like that. Oh, wow. Well, this is how I approach it if they're serious on buying, and you produce a list. And you send it like every 2-3 weeks. If they order once a month, but they order like $500 worth, $1,000 worth, a 10-hour day, then do it. But that was my plan, my goal, my dream was someone buy the business here and buy the building, the whole thing, and I walk away, here's the keys. I'd work for you for a month for free just to train you, get you going and transition. And then I just go to my building and have my little, well, it's not really a little hatchery, but 250, I could have 300 tanks easy running hatchery, have my little dojo going, and do my maintenance a couple years and just breed fish. I can still import stuff. I'm licensed, whatever, like, business, whatever. I had to set up another name. for the maintenance or whatever. I got other business things. So my dream idea was I just sell back to my old store. Like once a week, they do an order. Hey, I need a dozen Burundi Fritosas, a dozen Kagoma Fritosas, some Julies. Oh, can I get some Luanda Peacocks? I'm thinking 200, 300, $500 a week in wholesaling to one customer a mile away. That would be the ultimate semi-retirement plan. Didn't go that way. This year is the year of shit's not going as planned. That's what I tell them. Someone agreed with me. They're like, that's true. This year has not have been going as planned. Jeff, let's buy. Dave shop. Oof. Maxed out credit cards. Bad, Jeff. I know, just dreaming. Yeah, I just had someone drill me yesterday. Dave, you just go online, man. You'll do so much business, blah, blah. I've been told that for years. Years. I actually had a customer, a female. She's a college student at Case Western Reserve. So her and two of fellow classmates for their business class or marketing or something did a thing about me. They came and interviewed and all this stuff, analyzed my business, weak points, strong points, and all this stuff. I mean, I have it. It's like that thick. They did a whole, they didn't charge me. I was just used as their business class or marketing, whatever it was, time as a as their project or lesson or whatever. And it was interesting. The internet was definitely up there, but it's a whole different animal, people. There's enough crazy loonies, idiots, and pain in the asses, hemorrhoids in the local area in northern Ohio. You just open that Pandora box of millions across the country that drive you even more nuts. I mean, I've shipped stuff before. I've shipped as far as Hawaii, shell dwellers before and stuff, and then it's like, oh, can you hold it till 2 weeks till I get my paycheck? I'll never forget that one. Just the dumbest shit. There's so many dumb people, it's unbelievable. And then you're dealing with the airlines, the post office. It's a lot of work. You have to go in early and bag and pack, oxygen, make sure everything's all right. People are stupid. Yes, they are. Common sense and respect. You don't need a college degree. I'm no book smart, crazy, super smart person, but just old school, I guess. Pounding out the overtime to get them back in line. Just a couple left now. Then start next of the model. Credit cards are bad. You got to play the system. If they give you like 0%, one of those check. I don't know if they do those anymore. I used to take advantage of it with my business. I think it was Chase back in the day. 12 months, zero financing. Give you like 2-3 checks. Like if you want to buy inventory or fixtures or catch up on bills. Oh, I love that. No more common sense, unfortunately. I get like usually about $5,000 a year. I'll take one of those checks. I'd either buy inventory or pay down any debts, whatever, and I just pay whatever it was, $400 a month payment. So I went pay that accrued interest. So I never paid all that interest or penalties, all that crazy shit. My last credit score is now 847 out of 850. So I'm refinancing the new car, the 25 Track I bought last August, mainly for Dylan. Yeah, it was 7.5% interest, which was freaking insane. But I know people tell me they're paying 9, 10, 12, 13% on a freaking car loan. I'm like, holy Jiminy. I had never paid 7.5%, I don't think, ever on a vehicle. So my HHR was 0% for 3 years. My van was 4.5, 5 maybe at the most, and I paid it off a year and a half early. So yeah, I'm gonna go from 7.5 to like 5.5, like 2% down, 5.53 or something. $885 is the fees, whatever, something. But they'll shave the payment 25, $30 a month, but I'm gonna pay more, and I'll pay it off under the new terms with the bank, Huntington. It'll be like less than 4 years, 3 years, but I'll probably pay it off in two. So. Um, I do a refi to do the backyard. Oh, 17%. Well, my brother is in that same. Yeah, our hobbies. But sometimes we need our hobbies for our sanity. Um, our hobbies keep us out of trouble. It's balance, people. You got to balance. Balance life. Strong mind, strong body. I say to my kids at the dojo. Um, yeah, in moderation. Like I was in the pew-pews. Just that gets expensive. Scuba diving. If I was by the ocean or somewhere like prime diving, I'd probably have $10,000-$20,000 in diving gear. I still have the same diving gear. I don't know when I'll go diving again. I'm not going. I don't. I love to go back to Africa, Malawi, Antigua. Like to do another South American trip. I'd be in prison. um, funny. So moderation. I don't know if you guys ever listen to Dave Ramsey, whatever. He's got some good shows talking about stuff. He's went from high to low, broke, and then got smart. After 30 years, I need distractions. Yeah, same here. I go to the mountains, the forest, the country is my escape, and that's my semi-retirement. Is on 11.5 acres. So. Anyway, but back to this. So I got these fishing. They're at the SF 2.0. They got a lot in, but I got small chocolate cichlids. Most of these are like 2-inch electric blue caras, small balls and eyes, red head tapajos. There were some reasons I did this order from a farmer. He had to change tactics. He was really in the red, struggling. Being a caregiver in a fish room as far as I can go. There were certain fish on the list that customers wanting, been needing. So redhead tapajo geophagus, they're pricey now, but they're nice size, about 2 inches, great color. Small green terrors, small heckle eyes, geos, they don't get enough appreciation. Orange shoulder severums, which I haven't had in a while, gold severums, and they're like 50-cent piece size, good size. Upside down cats, I haven't had those in a while. Babies, Euryptus cats, feather fins. Medium jaguar cats, haven't had those in a while. Geophagus is probably one of my favorite South American cichlids. Multi-punctatus cats, some Grammy, sunsets, and opalines. I think that's it. And those bifasciatus. Not a ton of fish, but this is I have customers that were in yesterday, so they picked out a few fish that there have been some that's been wanting some severum. So I'm going to pre-bag them and bring them Monday. So they're not going in tanks because I'm taking more tanks. I don't want to put no more fish in tanks. Trying not to unless somebody trades in something, but that's hot fish. So they'll be bagged and ready, and you have to buy them. And these are not like clearance blowout sale fish. This is going to be normal pricing fish. Most of these fish are $10 each on average. Severums are like 13. Bifasciatus are 15. The red-head tapajos are like 20 at 2 inches. I tend to get too deep into whatever I'm doing. I'm at 79 tanks currently, and I still need to set a few more up. Ooh. I never, Charlie Grimes says, once you hit 100 tanks, it's no longer a hobby. It's a job. Good point. he made. I'll never forget that. That makes sense. It's no longer a hobby, it's a job. And I was up to almost 600 tanks, 39,000 gallons running in at one time between here and the buildings over there. And probably not even including my house. I had 22 tanks at my current house at one point, and my ponds. And my ponds, tubs. It's already a job. Right? So I'm down to 6 tanks at home. Yeah, my turtles in my half-ass pond. 35 gallons in hunting. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, it's when I'm sending 1,000, 2,000 gallons a week down the drain. It's like ridiculous. That's a amount of water changes. So 4 to 10,000 gallons a month water changes. That's a lot. Didn't count the turtles. Cool. All right, quick look around. And then I gotta go. Holy shit. I gotta do some shit at home. Maybe cut the grass. Oh, there's little peepers, little baby multifasciatus as usual. They keep breeding, but not a lot of them get eaten by these trophies. This whole setup. People keep asking when I'm moving or closing. Well, the building's not sold, which gives me a buffer. I'd rather have the building sold, but then I have 60 days to get out once the building's sold. I want this building sold like yesterday. I have plans and things I want to do, and so I need the building sold. I mean, we're low. We're out on sub products. We're selling stuff here and there, not a ton, but yeah, the display tank, that 84, this awesome cylinder tank, brand new basically, it's set up for a hour. I got these flex tanks, still about a product. We're out of clear 110s. We're getting low, so once all that stuff is gone, it's gone like for good. At those prices, get back to my little shop. Shit's not cheap. It's going. Actually, prices have gone up on a bunch of stuff, so prices will reflect the current market. So this my Para, I love that Pleco. This whole setup, you get those wild, beautiful Plecos if you buy this whole setup, $5,000 or your best offer. B3's got to go. Hope people don't start coming to the door. It's crazy. Someone was at my other building the other day, knocking on the door. I see him in the cameras. Where's the fish store? I'm like, it hasn't been here for a while, this and that. It's like, come on. There's how he woke up. Yeah, this was a display. What happened, long story short, the wet dry ended up leaking. So I had to take that support out and I sealed it. It had a little I don't know, they screwed up. But a little in the back corner of the wet dry wasn't 100% sealed. So it leaked. And my buddy was supposed to take it. I even took it to his office. Then he backed out of it. Unfortunately, he's just too busy, and he's got his company and too much stuff and not enough help and issues. So, yeah. So, Puff Mama, I'm not sure where I'm debating on trying to put her in my 350 at home, my big cichlids and catfish. I don't know if it'll work. There could be a-holes. Or I have another tank. Possibly I'd put her in. But the decoration's 50% off. All this resin decor, and I have much more. Awesome castles and all this stuff is 50% off. You buy $100 worth, then I'll give you an extra 10% off. So that's 60% off. I am losing money on that stuff, but I don't want to take all this inventory. I don't have room for it. I'm already fighting for space now. I could take all that. I haven't marked those down. Probably put 20% off. I've taken some product that I'm going to carry. Some stuff I'm not carrying. Like these big show pieces. Massive woods. They're half off. So, and I know this stuff costs more. It's 50% off the Fritz, which is not much left. 50% off on the fluval water treatments. That's more than 50% off. The Flourish XL, normally $22. It's $10 for the 500 milliliter. $40 for the big jugs of Prime. You're not gonna get that. That's not. It's cheaper than internet or anything. Even those OWASP filters are a lot cheaper than internet. Cheaper than Amazon. I know. I pay attention to some of that stuff. Not totally stupid. So 30-gallon breeders. Somebody get them. That 110 desperately needs. I'll do that tank. 1,500 out the door with some that use gravel. You pick the color you want. With FX6 light tops, the Fluval wave pump. They got a shirt, light, heater, nets, food, everything. 1,500 out the door. You can't beat that. So, yep. Someone's supposed to come in Monday to buy that stand finally. 232 flex left, 115, and some 9 gallons over there. This one's for sale, $250. The whole setup. Some fish I'm keeping. The other ones can go. I'm keeping the one plant. Everything else, live plants and everything. Stand all. They just go home and plug it in, and it's done. Still have some gravel out. Of course, some people are like, oh, you don't want the white tan, you know. Well, I'm not ordering, one bag of gravel for you. That's not how it works right now. So, media, test kits, API line is 50% off. The medicines are 50% off. The water pillows 50% off. That's $40. Purigen, that's a last big bottle, normally $70. So, some of the foods are 30% off. Frozen, if it's not brine, not bloodworms, all the other frozen food is 50% off. Which I need to get rid of that so I can clean out the freezer. That whole big thing's got to go to the other building. Some major work needs to be done. The wood fixtures, I'm keeping this rack. This is for sale, custom solid. This is real wood, not fake stuff. Solid wood. This is about 44 inches by 3 foot at the bottom. It tapers off. Front and back. 500 each or both for 800. And then that counter, it's 8 foot by 2 foot. Front and back glass shelves, custom built. The counter's top is one full piece. The bottom is in 2 halves, so it's easier to move. So, right. Okay. Nice rack. I know. Any 250 for sale? Any 250. All right, I gotta go, guys. Holy crap! I've been on it for over an hour. I gotta go feed the hatcheries, check out everything, and get home. Do some outside work, try to get some homework done before getting a shower and getting dressed up in fancy clothes for a wedding. You're welcome, Jeff. Take care. Good luck, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry, I'm just a raw fish dude. No fancy cameras and music and all that stuff. Remember to smile. I'm losing my mind. I got a damn zit right there. That's aggravating me. I'm too old for zits. Right there. I want to look good going to the wedding. Seeing people I haven't seen in a while. But like, everybody's going to be looking at that zit on my face. No, right, look at my hair. I'm going to look at the zit. Stupid. All right. Y'all take care. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. I appreciate you. I should be back on Tuesday. Maybe I'll do it at the other building. See the fish. All that stuff. And the new fish. And what I got going on over there. No one will notice. Yeah. Me. So. Myself. Whatever you call it. So. All right. Take care, all. I'm out. Bye.